RJ,
Ian,
buddy, it's been 1 year.
it has been one
Buddy,
year.
we have been doing hoagies and pierogis for 1 year. How does it feel?
You know, when we started this small little podcast, I never really expected it to get to such heights. To the tens and tens of people that listen to our show every week, we thank you so much.
Yeah, we went from a small little podcast to a small podcast. Everyone, I also like that this is episode 50. So a nice
Ooh, the big
nice
five
round
zero. It's
number here.
perfect.
We did that on purpose, right?
Yeah, exactly. We
I
just need
think
to purposely
technically
skip 2 days every year, or 2 weeks
right.
every year.
Purposely we did that on purpose. But purposely we did it on purpose. Jesus Christ.
We
But yeah,
knew
we
last
have like
year.
51 episodes, I think, because episode 24 is split into two, and then I don't know if there's another one that's split.
Oh,
But episode 1 is on YouTube. It's not on anything else.
nope, it's great. It's fantastic. The audio is perfect. We've only gotten worse at audio since we've started. Actually, our cameras also somehow got worse, and it's just we peaked when we started, Ian.
April Fools, right?
Yeah,
Dude, that
that's
first
the
I was gonna say like maybe I'll put that on Spotify eventually if I can doctor it up with my newfound 1 year editing skills. So
yeah. We did what 2 weeks with me without a microphone, and it was like oof. And once I finally got a microphone, it started to build after that to be a little bit better and better every week.
yeah, right. We may as well just go over this now. Like you said, we do want to thank every single one of our 10 plus weekly listeners. You know who you
Yeah.
are.
We love it. We love seeing all the likes on Instagram, on Twitter, and seeing
Right.
our views every week on YouTube. It's always great.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like
Yeah,
when I see a
it's
new person.
it's hard to gain notoriety when we're not like putting ourselves out in public like a comedian would. Like they're out
Yeah.
performing in front of tens of people every night. That's how gain
Yeah.
a following, kind of. But
And that's like their jobs. Meanwhile, you are on the road half the week, and I'm in a hospital at least 72 plus hours. So we make it work, and we're going
right.
to the moon.
I
Fuck
can't.
the moon. We're
I
going to
just
Jupiter.
I just watched this. I just heard this on a podcast, and it was really good. They said if you're just posting podcasts and you're not really friends with like the person that you're doing it with, you're gonna have a horrible time, and it's not gonna be a good podcast. But when you
Yeah.
love doing it, it's just gonna flow differently than having almost robotic feel.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just glad to be doing it with you, RJ.
I've been glad to be doing it with you. I've gotten to know you as more than just this is the guy we really get drunk with every year on St. Patrick's weekend.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's how we met through like IU patties.
Yeah. Now we just sometimes get drunk with each other and talk sports.
Absolutely.
Dude,
Speaking
remember that
of,
episode where we were really drunk? We were both pretty drunk when we were
yeah, the
recording
total
it.
fucking chaos. Is this just going to
We
be a
just
reminiscing episode?
threw it out the window.
We did, but I'm cracking open a cold one now.
I have a leftover cold one from one of the flying dogs. It's Raging Bitch.
Oh yeah, classic. That's a classic.
I
I
was
have one
listening
of the
to
new evergreens, alligator versus crocodile.
I was
It's cool. I like
listening-
the I like the can art.
Ooh, wait, hang on. It looks like there we go. It had
Do
a
you
ma-
see
it
it?
had a mean it had a mean glare for me for a second, but I see it now.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Literally an alligator versus a crocodile. What were we gonna say?
I was listening to one of my many different podcasts, and one they were talking about names for IPAs, like pre-workout and dick pills could all be interchangeable. Like Raging Bitch, I could see that being a fucking pre-workout or a dick pill like that you see in like next to the Rhino one. Raging Bitch and Rhino, get your dick hard for 4 hours.
That's great. But yeah, I kind of have a task for you for year 2 here.
Yeah, I saw this.
RJ, you gotta start watching some Kill Tony. Get that stand up bone in you a little bit.
I know. I'm still in. I'm starting to get regular with my schedule and stuff, and what I'm doing on my days off. But once, especially after the wedding's done, I feel like I'll be ready to dedicate a whole lot more
The
time.
wedding.
Well,
We're 5 months away.
No, I mean, slowly throughout the time, and then after the wedding, I'll be able to really kick it into high gear. You'll be getting a clip a day.
That'll be halfway through year 2, and that's my task for you for year 2.
You didn't give me. You gave me until the end of year 2.
Well, for year 2 in general, you can't all squish it all in.
I'll throw it into my rotation because I do run out of stuff to watch and listen to. So.
Right. And I know that it's just like we're with the boys, and when we're with the boys, things just flow, and we build like on those comedy branches. We need those comedy branches a little bit. Sometimes we fall a little bit too much into like the let's just talk about this and get it done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because there's sometimes things I feel like we both like either one of us like not as interested in, or both of us are like we feel like we need to talk about it, but we don't really have many thoughts. So it's like, all right, let's just get through this part. So.
Yeah, I feel like there are some jokes to be had when I feel like we've left fruit on the tree.
Yeah, definitely missed some low hanging fruit. Like, there's definitely times I think after podcasts you're like, "Fuck, I should have said this."
Or yeah. That. Oh, I feel like that all the time, and I listen through and I'm like commenting on it as I'm listening to both of us. I mean, that's what it takes, you know.
Maybe we should get some
kind of thinking.
Maybe we should get some advice from the NFL to write our scripts for each episode to, make sure we get a good product at the end of the year.
That would be cool. That would definitely be cool.
Yeah. For our first guest on the podcast, Roger Goodell.
Oh boy, that would be a big one.
That would be huge.
We could get Brady in here during his time off. He has plenty of time.
Yeah. Well, he's got a kitten at home. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, we can't forget about that. But yeah, good 1 year. Honestly, I feel like the year has flown by. I really didn't think we would have 50 episodes in 1 year. I thought it would be like 45. But because I thought there were like times where we skipped like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You went to Costa Rica for 2 weeks.
Yeah. There were some times where it just like schedules didn't match up, or I was out of the country. So
especially at the beginning, yeah. We've gotten good at that. I think honestly that's one of the most important things is just being consistent with it and getting an episode out and talking to each other every week. Yeah,
exactly. There's been here's a year ahead notice. Around this time, not the 2-year anniversary, but a little bit after, I will be in Belize on my honeymoon. So, future us thought I'll be out of the country again. Yeah, that's the plan.
You're not going on your honeymoon right after the wedding?
I can't imagine doing that. Like, it'll suck to go right back to work after, but like I've heard so many horror stories of like people leave the next day and they're so fucking hungover from the wedding that like the first day and a half of the honeymoon is like a wash.
I don't know. Usually, my one buddy went to Tennessee like the next day, but they didn't like during the wedding. They didn't get to like drink too much because they were too busy like talking to everyone.
Yeah,
they had to stay coherent. Yeah. And it was the same. It was the same with my other buddy. They went to Jamaica like 2 days later. So
it's
got
not too
pregnant,
long after.
And my buddy Thomas had his baby. That baby,
Holy
that was
shit.
Yeah.
Why
dude.
buddy pregnant?
Dude, so that was last July. And then they went to Jamaica, and now there's a baby.
I'm looking at my clock, and ding, ding, ding. That seems to add up.
Exactly. It was right at the beginning of July. It's the beginning of April, baby. Yes, healthy baby boy, Thomas Jr., little Thomas Jr. in our midst. So we're happy.
Oh.
Yep,
Is he going to go by
healthy. Everyone's happy.
A TJ or maybe a Tommy? Or is he just going to go full
Maybe.
Thomas?
I didn't even think about that. We call him Tommy Turbo.
Oh, that's even better. That's even better.
So the baby will be Turbo Junior.
Does he motor around when he crawls, or is it? I guess he's probably not crawling yet. Never mind.
No, he was literally born yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
On April 1st. He's an April Fool's baby.
April Fool's, your life is a lie. Your life's a joke.
That's what he said. He was like,
Yeah.
I hope that they went to the hospital on Friday the 31st. The dad was like, man, I hope this baby comes out tonight because I don't want it to be a joke like me.
What if as she was giving labor, the baby comes out and the doctor goes, "Oh, April Fool's," and just shoves it back up in there?
Well, I mean, they kind of did. They were like, we're going to try natural birth. Just kidding. We're going to cut you open. It was a C-section.
Jesus. Oh, dude. Not to get too medical, but if you've ever seen those, they are wildly different than at least what I originally thought. They cut a different way than I thought, and that doctor's elbow was inside, and I was like, "Oh my god!" He just
think I've
football
ever seen
cradled the baby out of the woman and was like, "Here's your child," and I was like, "What just happened?"
Right. Well, I was also a C-section baby, and when Thomas's son was born, he pissed all over him. When I was born, I also peed on my mom's face.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep, we got a little pisser over here. A little piss baby.
A little pissa. I would like
Piss
to,
off.
while we're talking about it, I'd like to give a big shout out to my mom, because both my brother and I were 10+ pound children, and she had like the what's it called, the spinal block or whatever, the epidural. But yeah, I thought I knew we were big, and then once I did like my OB rotation for school, I was like, oh my god, we were like almost 2 times the size of most babies.
Yeah. So Lila, I was 9 pounds even. Oh. Lila, my smallest sister, was 11.3. 11 pounds 3 ounces.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she was big.
That's a chunky baby.
Yeah.
That's a Megan Thee Stallion baby.
Let's get into MLB. Let's get into it. You know what? You say Megan Thee Stallion reminds me of MLB. Let's get into it, baby.
I've been paying attention. I've been at work, but I've been trying to keep up just through Twitter and shit.
Yep. So, huge minor league news started dropped on opening day, the morning before any game started. Passan said that minor leaguers reach a tentative deal on the first ever CBA.
Oh.
So this is great for minor league players because they were just unionized. The Senate declared it, illegal for them to not be a union.
Yeah, because didn't some of them
granted them a union, whatever. I don't know how the fuck it works.
Mm-hmm. Because didn't some of them have to work other jobs and shit like that? Like they were not getting, or having to bring their own food before games and shit like that.
Yep. So,
damn.
right when you graduate college, minimum $30,000 for a good job if you have a degree.
Yeah.
But if you get drafted by the MLB, the minimum salary, and a lot of these kids aren't getting minimum salary if you're drafted in higher rounds, but if you're drafted in lower rounds, max or minimum money was $17,500 for AAA, $13,800 for AA, $11,000 for high A, $11,000 for single A, which is where a lot of the draft picks end up at first. Mm-hmm. And then the complex league, which is $4,800 minimum. That's for all your international players, basically.
God.
So when you're signing,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, when you're signing these kids, they have their initial bonus of say $1.5 million to $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
then they get paid $4,800 a year.
Ooh.
So
That's
they
a big
better invest
signing
that
bonus,
money.
but yeah, seriously.
They better start investing that money right away and make it to the majors as fast as they can.
Yeah.
Because those kids are, 16, 18 in that range most of the
Mm-hmm.
time. That would be crazy to try to live off. I mean, it's probably more than they've ever had, but when they're living in the U.S., it's a
Yeah.
little bit tough to live on $4,800 a year.
It's pretty much impossible unless you just
Right.
don't own anything.
So everything at least doubled, basically. That
Okay, that's a good
complex league
start.
money goes from 4,800 to 19,800.
Oh, that's more than
Then
double. That's good.
single A 26,200, high A 27,300, double A 30,250, and then triple A 35,800.
Nice.
So those are just like bare minimum living salaries
Yeah.
per year.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a minor league lifer, which happens, I mean, a lot. Not everyone makes the major leagues.
Props to those people. Let's give those people a quick shout out because
Absolutely.
that's awesome for them.
Yep.
And
One of
like,
the
some of those like minor league games are so fun. Like Reading Phillies games, I used to love going to as a kid. Like, I mean, it's like a
Fighting
circus also
Phils.
sometimes, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was always fun.
Yeah. The Pirates just had a player, Rob Zizinski or something like that. He made his first major league opening day roster in 10 years.
Holy shit.
So he was just in the minor leagues for 10 years. He probably
Yeah, you
wasn't
never
making
know.
he probably wasn't making minimum, but for a little
No.
while there
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
Which
Wasn't this stuff kind of part of why they were almost locked out last year? Like, what? Not specifically this, but kind of the same concept of like the younger players. There was something about the younger players wanted to be able to get their money sooner if they could, something like that. I don't remember.
yeah, that was for that was for rookies and stuff like that. But the minor
Yeah.
the minor league and the major league are completely separate when it comes to
Okay.
like union labor deals.
Okay. I associate it
So-
with usually the younger players, or sometimes in minor leagues. But okay, that makes sense.
Right. There are a lot of minor league players.
Yeah.
Like way
yeah.
more. I mean, I just, listed off 5 leagues.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I'm not really sure what the how many players are on each roster, but
Yeah. In other minor league related news, I know they're not minor league; they're like independent. But I'm going to Savannah with Reagan in 2 weeks, so we're gonna go to a Savannah Bananas game.
oh
So,
shit.
I'll have
That's going to be awesome.
I'll have an update on that to see that that. I mean, that's actually a circus on the field.
Dude, yes, you have to take some videos. You have
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
Please.
I'll take videos.
We're definitely going to put those clips in the podcast then. That would be awesome. Oh, man.
Maybe I'll buy a GoPro.
Just set up a tripod. Yeah.
No, I'll do the Russell, or I strap it to my chest and walk around with it all night.
That's a great idea. Should do that when I go to like a base.
That was
to a major
my
league game.
introduction. My introduction was Russell was that on my recruiting trip. Him just walking around with a GoPro strapped to his chest. It's like, this kid is
Like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Jesus. But yeah, opening weekend was pretty satisfying. It was just nice to have baseball back again, just having it on TV, listening to the roar of the crowd, to the silence of the crowd when it was nice and when nothing was going on.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Love hearing it.
I know. I wish I would have been. I guess I probably could have at night, but I was watching other things. But I'm excited to I think Tuesday the Phillies do play when I'm off. So, and I hope it's during the day, so I can just sit at home during the day and actually watch. And they've sucked. I've only seen box scores where they've just been they're getting shit pumped by the Rangers. Who are
well, I watched
good?
them blow up DeGrom. They scored 5 runs on DeGrom.
They scored 6. They scored 6 or 7 runs early, and then let up 11 and never looked back. I think they scored 2 more runs and that was it.
Yeah, I was in the bar for when the Rangers started scoring like crazy. It was they could not stop the bleeding. Like Nola got blown up, then Brogdon couldn't stop anything. I didn't know what was going on. For something that's supposed to be one of their strong suits, their bullpen melted down.
Oh yeah, we don't have Eflin anymore. I know that, and I think we lost someone else. One of our other bullpen, but I don't remember his name.
You also gained who was it? Not Camilo Doval. It was the guy from the Tigers they traded for in the bullpen.
Oh.
I can't remember,
You're
but
more
he's
likely
supposed to be
pull his name than I am.
Right, but he's supposed to be pretty good. And I think he also sucked. But yeah, first time you said you added here, I didn't realize this. First time since 1968 all the teams played on opening day.
Yep. And back then there was only 20 teams. So, it's been a while since every team played.
Ooh. I imagine that has to do something with the new scheduling this year, because every team's going to play every team. There are no more like AL games aren't so special now,
Wait. You didn't play every team every year?
Oh no.
In 162 games?
Nope. Like the Pirates the Angels would never come. I don't think Mike Trout has ever been to Pittsburgh.
What?
Yeah.
So do you get at least a home-and-home series with every team? Or is it like flip every year? Depending on
for this year I'm not sure. It's probably a home and away series, I would imagine.
Okay. That's cool.
But,
you get a chance to see every player at
exactly.
your local park and shit.
People have been clamoring for this for years, and they just finally did it this year, and people are so happy.
I didn't know
they don't have to go all the way out to the West Coast to see Mike Trout.
They didn't do that. Oh,
yep.
The NHL changed that rule years ago, where you play pretty much everyone. Yeah. And it doesn't work in NFL, but that's just because of the amount.
Right. I think the NFL has a good scheduling thing going on.
It works out.
And with 17 games, even I think it works out well still.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure college is going to move to something kind of similar to NFL. The way it is, because when the SEC gets Texas and Oklahoma, they're going to do 4 pods of 4, and you always play those teams every year, and then they're rotates who you play each year and shit. I'm getting too in depth. That might be an off-season thing to get into.
They need to figure out which teams are going to be where first before they start doing that.
Oh, I think
once that settles down, it'll be good.
Yeah, this coming year I think is the last for Texas and Oklahoma in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm. But 10 games finished in less than 3 hours on Friday.
I think the shortest game, I forgot to write this down, was 2 hours and 20-something minutes, something like that.
So that record was broken yesterday by the Mariners and Guardians. You want to guess?
How fast? Was it
2 hours and 3 minutes.
Damn.
2 hours and 3 minutes. Yes.
See, that is the perfect, in my mind, that's the perfect length of a baseball game. Of course, I still stayed invested in the Phillies World Series games, but after about 2 hours or so, I wasn't as locked in as probably the first couple innings for sure, until it got to the 8th and 9th. So that's awesome, and I think I'm very excited to watch. From what I hear from things I listen to and other people talking, is it's baseball. It seems so much more fresh and new.
There were more steals and steal attempts on Friday than there were on the opening weekend across all 3 days last year.
Holy shit! Yeah, I forgot about the pickoff.
Yes,
rule. That's
dude. It seems to be paying off pretty fast. There's going to be some crazy high steal numbers this year.
So, as a longtime baseball fan and being deep into it, are you is this something that you're thank you? I've been asking for this for 10 years, or you just kind of appreciate what it was before and this is cool?
Right. I haven't necessarily been asking for it because I didn't realize how much it would impact the game.
Okay.
Seeing all this in action is really it is exciting. It's refreshing. It is refreshing, like you said, to have something new and to have something to it makes you focus more on it, I think. It makes you want to focus on it more.
That's what I think is a I mean, NBA, whatever. Maybe I'm just not as don't like it as much. But like sometimes it feels like the NBA gets slow in the middle of it, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Or like the third quarter of football
Yeah,
games. Oh my god,
there's
we could do
some
something to
action
speed
that
that up.
yeah, it just slows down in the middle, and you're like, God damn it, come on.
Yeah,
But even when you're getting blown out, the pace is still going to be the same
yeah,
because that pitch clock is going to make you keep fucking going. It's so nice. It really is so nice.
yeah. I'm excited. I'm really excited to actually watch the first game. So,
Yeah.
excuse
Hell
me.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I will. If you're going to the bottom, I will totally do this with you. Maybe arrange to go to a Phillies game sometime together.
I want to go over this little piece first. Did you see? Speaking of the Angels, Anthony Rendon loses it, and he grabbed a fan by the shirt, like through the bottom of the netting. Like there's like a little gap there,
Oh yeah.
and he like let him go, and then tried to slap him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess the fan was calling him a bitch or something, but in the interaction, Rendon called him a motherfucker right as he walked away.
Is he on the Yankees now, or am I thinking of someone else?
That's Carlos Rodon.
Rodon. Okay, so
Rodon.
easily, I think other casuals could probably mess that up.
Right, yeah, for sure. Anthony Rendon plays third base though, and Rodon
Okay.
pitches.
Okay. Yes.
But yeah, this I will definitely do this with
That's
you.
hysterical.
That is fucking funny.
What would you rather
I
do?
would definitely
This?
I would definitely slap a fan in the face with you.
Yes, absolutely. Can we fight the mascot then after?
Let's go.
I've always wanted to fight a mascot. I think I've talked about this before. I've always wanted to fight one.
Oh, I saw a funny picture of Manfred saying the mascots, the minor league players no longer had to take their off days as the mascot now.
Wait, that was a thing?
No,
Oh,
it's just a joke.
okay. That goes with our theme of me just getting duped all over the place.
April Fools. But yeah, the 999 challenge. You want to do this eventually?
Yeah, and I feel like I've heard of it before, but I feel like it's even harder now.
Oh god, this is gonna be terrible. 9 hot dogs and 9 beers in 9 innings, which means under 2.5 hours now.
The hot dogs is the hard part. I know from personal experience. The hot dogs.
I feel
are
like
the
that
hard
would make
part.
the beers easier. I don't know. I feel like the beers are the hard part. 9 beers in 2 hours?
If you maybe see, it depends on how you want to do it. Do you have to finish the 9 beers or hot dogs by the end of the ninth inning, or is it one per each inning? Because if you could do it,
I feel like it would just be easier to go inning by inning. Then at least you have like a break separating it. Or do you not want a break separating it?
see, my thing was pound the beers, because just think of how many times you're going home late and you eat a Taco 12 pack to yourself. Those 9 hot dogs are going to be nothing if you get a good buzz going.
No, RJ, imagine how many times you do that. I don't know if anyone else does.
Shane can back me up. There's other people that have done it on the team. And if any of them don't think they did, I know your names. Many of us did it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I can down 4 of those puppies, but like after that, it gets
It's
just like...
Ian, we used to do these with the fiery tacos, like the Doritos Locos taco.
Oh, I miss those.
So you were just pissing lava out your ass the next day.
You have weak stomachs. I never really shit after Taco Bell. I have a couple times, but I'm not going to say I have never. That's a lie, but
I was about to say that's a bold claim.
usually it doesn't. It really usually does not.
That's crazy, actually. That's a superpower.
Yeah, it's the Mexican blood in me. So
Oh, there you go.
speaking of beer, this kid stole $1,500 worth of beer from LSU Stadium. Yeah, police found him walking out with 4-pounders. And he was arrested for breaking in. They weren't even really mad about the 4 beers until they found out they were a total of $1,500.
The 4 beers were a total of $1,500?
Yeah, he took him right from LSU's Tiger Stadium.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. Yeah, you need to start watching Kill Tony. Come on.
No,
Beer's
I don't.
expensive at stadiums. Jesus Christ.
I didn't know anything about this story. I didn't. So I was like, holy shit. Someone's stealing a fuck ton of beer. And then you were like 4, and I was like, listen, you just give me a break. I'm in the grind right now, okay? I'm in the gulag.
Jesus. You know what? I kind of just want to get it out of the way now, just so that we can stop, so I can stop fucking with you a little bit. The reason I'm fucking with you this much is because you put on here yesterday, the Arizona Coyotes are moving to Houston next season.
You made it sound like...
I looked it up that night. I was like, oh shit, I must have missed this. I didn't hear anything about it. One quick Twitter, Coyotes Houston, revealed that it was April Fool's. And you got duped.
So this was almost it could have almost been an entire theme of yesterday, because I did almost get duped multiple times. Because, to be fair, I am in a stretch of 5 12-hour shifts in a row. It's not easy, okay? It's not easy. Your brain starts to turn to mush on the 3rd day. I'm lucky I'm talking right now. But
well, I was going to say, so what you're telling me is you were
just...
less than halfway through yesterday? Less than halfway through this stretch? Yes.
I should have said 10 days. I should have said 10 days. I'm on my 10th day. It feels like it. But listen, I wasn't, even though I'm looking at the date all day while I'm charting, I wasn't associating like, oh, it's April Fool's. Because with the Coyotes thing, I put it on there because I was like, for a decade almost, people have been saying the Coyotes are going to move. So I just didn't second guess it. I was like, oh, they finally did it. But I have to admit, I have to be honest. It's 1 year anniversary, so honest Abe here. I did almost put on there Zeke. The Eagles signed Zeke. I almost got duped by... What was the other one I told you? Oh, the Sheets and Phillies sponsorship.
Oh, that one was hilarious. Go over that.
So it was some random... I didn't see it from a Sheets account. I saw it from like a random Phillies.com or something it was. And it said, the Phillies are proud to announce that they're sponsors of the PA gas station, or the well-known, whatever, Sheets. And it was Sheets on the sleeve. And I almost typed in a full rant on the itinerary about how the fuck are the Phillies with Wawa. But I actually took time to research those and be like, oh, right, April Fool's. Because I forgot.
That would be so funny.
Yes, I've been dupeable, very susceptible to a dupe lately, and I am ashamed. I feel like I need to wear a paper bag over my head now.
Well, I mean, it's not that bad. When I looked into it, I saw like reports from I don't know, a month ago saying that they were like, oh, where the hell is Arizona going to move to next? So I said, oh, well, at least it's, a plausible one.
Yeah, I got lucky that the one I put down was the one that was semi-plausible. That I did no research on. But, yeah, that was dumb. That was really fucking stupid.
Still got.
I still got. RJ was duped. Ugh.
Duping.
This one should be dumb.
This episode should be called Duping something.
Duping stupid ass bitch, co-host RJ.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's see. So,
I'm having a wonderful time right now.
Yes. Let's go into the Final Four here, shall we? For the men's Final Four. Not that I really care about this anymore because I have already won the bracket, as we established last week.
Yeah. I was going to, congratulate you after the UConn won, and then I was like, he already fucking won. I don't need to congratulate him for shit.
I already won.
But I won my bet, so I was happy about that.
That's good. But the first game of the Final Four was SDSU versus FAU, and
Awesome
holy
game.
fucking shit, awesome,
Amazing.
dude! That's what you want to see in the Final Four. Oh
Yeah,
my
like
god.
the whole game was like, for a long stretch, it was like, oh my god, FAU might just like run away with this. But at
Yeah, they
like
had as
San
much
Diego
as a
State,
10-point lead.
yeah. But San Diego State hung around. They just kept like staying there, and then they just slowly built up this. Like it wasn't like a sudden change like a lot of times you see. It was like slowly building. Oh, they're getting closer and closer until the final second. What a fucking clutch shot! Just a little whoop, right in. Nothing but net.
Oh my god.
First buzzer beater of the tournament, and it was fantastic. Great
True
game.
buzzer beater. Yep. It looked like he was doing a little bit too much dribbling. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Shoot the ball, shoot the ball. And right when I said it the last time, he stepped back. Little floater. Fucking gorgeous. Oh, it was
Like
gorgeous.
it literally, like the plane of the ball was about to pass the plane of the rim as it hit zero, and it just.
Oh,
Right
it was
in.
like slow motion. It was so. It was artistic.
Yeah. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Great game.
But FAU missed that layup to go up to 3 with 8 seconds left. So
yeah.
SDSU went down with 8 seconds. Fucking that one dude that got the rebound made the game-winning shot, and I was like, oh, he just clutched that the fuck out.
He was like, I'm taking this, and I'm going to take us to the championship. Just put the team on his back, and he said, let's go, boys.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I had gotten some. We went to Evergreen, the brewery, and I got some brisket mac and cheese, and I was drinking, and then I got some Ritas after that. So once that game ended and I was done with my Ritas, I came upstairs and I passed the fuck out before the UConn game even started. Actually, it did start. It did start, but I didn't watch any of it. It was like 9:15 when I passed out.
It's okay. If you watched any UConn game this tournament, you watched that game.
Basically, when I looked at the final score, I was like, oh, okay, so they're doing what they usually do. That's fine.
Pretty much.
I mean, I looked it up, and I read the first line. It said, Sonogo hits 2 wide open threes in the first 2 minutes of the game, and I was like, oh, fuck, it was over before it even started.
Yeah. I was like, oh, there's Sonogo, and he was just wide open. He just went, whoop, and I was like, oh, boy. I was like, yikes. They are going to have a tough time here. And they did.
Yeah.
They had a very tough time. It was dominant. I don't see how. Honestly, I'm so happy with this championship game. Like the way these teams have played, they're truly been the best teams this tournament. Like they fought through one team. They like battled and fought through a lot of the games. They kind of ran away with it with Alabama, but every other game it was like they fought, they clawed their way to victory, and then UConn has just swept through everyone. And now you've got like these opposite paths clashing in the finale, which I'm really excited for this final.
Yeah, which had already happened, and we know the winner. So first off, I was just gonna say I was worried about Miami because they had so much momentum going into it.
Mm-hmm.
Their win against Texas was a lot like SDSU's win against FAU.
Yeah.
And SDSU kind of just blew it like Miami. UConn went in there, and again, dismantled them. It was just textbook performance. They did nothing different from what they've done this whole tournament. It's been crazy. Sonogo went off like usual, you know.
Did I mention before that he's like actively practicing Ramadan, so he's not eating or drinking anything all day and then going and dominating?
You said that after the podcast
Did I text
last
you?
week.
Oh,
yeah, you texted me that. But then I found out that 2 other players on the team are also doing the same thing.
And then did you hear the story about Danny Hurley had no idea. He found out like the night before their first or second game, and he didn't sleep all night because he was like, "What are they going to do? Are they going to play? Are they not going to play?" Like he was freaking out.
That's the head coach's name, right?
Yeah.
It was awesome to see him with his son after they won. That was pretty cool. That was awesome. Oh my god. Oh man. But yeah, congratulations, UConn. glad I picked them in the bracket. I mean, really, it wasn't. Game started at fucking 9:20. What the fuck are you gonna do when it starts at 9:20? Jesus Christ, that was annoying. That was really annoying. We've talked about that so many times.
Holy shit! I wonder if the coach might be like. I wonder if he might get any calls from some big schools. I know, maybe Calipari's seat in Kentucky's getting a little hot. Mm-hmm. Hey, we want a guy who can win a championship.
Where did the Penn State head coach go?
Oh, I don't remember. I know
he did really good with Penn State, and then Notre Dame. I think it was Notre Dame, wasn't it?
Is it? Yeah, because their coach recently retired. Their longtime coach recently retired.
The one that looks like fucking Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. But I know Fairleigh Dickinson. He's coaching Iona now. That's one I know.
Oh shit.
Those small schools get those coaches win a big game and they like immediately like the St. Peter's coach at Seton Hall now, like 1 year.
Right. So from one championship to another. Congrats to LSU's women team as well. Oh man, that was a. It wasn't really that good of a game.
Talking.
LSU ran away with it. It is, dude. It does have people talking. They're pissed.
People are so mad about this game, and I didn't get to watch any of it, but I'm like, because they're talking about the LSU girl doing this to the what's her name, Caitlin Clark. Yeah. Doing it back to her after they won.
You can't see me. You can't see me. In the ring, that was kind of like that was the big part. That was
that's what people are really mad about. But
I don't know. I like that. It reminds me a lot of the fucking Antoine Winfield Jr. Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl, right when he pieced out right in front of his face. Dude, I liked it then and I liked it now. That's awesome. I thought it was cool. Hilarious.
And Caitlin Clark did it the last game against South Carolina, so it's like, and I did not realize. I know she's like a big name, and I thought she was just good, like typical other women's basketball players are. They're just really big, like bigs in the middle that can just dunk on people. No, this girl is pulling up from the logo, and
you really almost said this bitch. I heard it. I
thought I saved myself.
You did, but I got it. I had to mention it.
Yeah, she's a boss-ass bitch, all right? She's fucking... That boss-ass bitch is draining threes from the logo like Steph Curry out there, boy. Chef it up.
Caitlin Clark?
But
yeah,
she lost.
She is. People are just mad because... well, people are like... Oh, no class. And then when Caitlin Clark did it, they're like, oh, she's my hero. One's white, one's black. Do the math.
Yeah, I was about to say, it has become a race thing online, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why people are so damn mad. But hell, I mean, the coach looks racist as hell.
The LSU coach?
It looks like she would scream at black people to get off her yard. Oh, my God.
Why'd you have to say that first? Because I was going to say she's the trippiest coach in all sports. She is decked out like Ric Flair for every fucking game.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you can't deny that. That was pretty, well, she was going a little bit crazy on the sideline over there today. Walking all over the court. Fucking, like, touching the ref, and she didn't get a tech.
Yeah. That's why people were mad, too. They were
That's
mad
why people
Caitlin
are
Clark,
mad, yeah.
Caitlin Clark got a foul. Or got a tech for something, rolling a ball out of bounds in a dead ball or something, and that coach was grabbing and nothing. So people were very mad about that, and then I think that's what kind of devolved. I think people might have lost some bets, and they're just taking it out on the player, and some people aren't.
If you didn't bet on LSU, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I think some people are saying it as like satire, and some people aren't understanding that them being mad about this is just because they lost a bet.
Yeah,
they're like, I see what channel you like to watch for your news. Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
No one watches the news. Twitter's
watches the goddamn news anymore. But yeah, congratulations to LSU. That coach seems like a real cunt, honestly, though. Oh boy, there was like a report about her from Baylor that said that she wanted Brittany Griner to hide her sexuality.
Oh God. That I think I'm pretty sure I remember that being an actual story when she was there. So,
Right. Well,
yikes.
this woman
Yeah,
has
you
only
might be
lived
right.
in. This woman
You
has
might be
only
right.
lived in Louisiana and Texas, so I mean, whatever. In other news, Lamar requested a trade back on March 2nd.
Yeah.
Center. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a funnier one for the anniversary.
Um, yeah. I don't know. I'm sick of this new thing that is just going nowhere every week with Lamar.
Yep.
And I guess
Starting to turn into an Aaron Rodgers situation.
it's looking like it might be beneficial for you. Maybe I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Apparently, Meek Mill has turned to the dark side.
Oh, yeah. Meek Mill texted Robert Kraft and said Lamar wants to come to the Patriots.
We won the Super Bowl on the back of your song. You should be like, hey, Lamar wants to come back up Jalen.
Oh,
Like-
yo. We want to give up 2 first-round picks to extend Lamar.
Yeah, exactly.
And also extend Hurts. Be the best 1-2 running back combo in the league.
Listen, I just said he's supposed to be a Philly guy. I didn't say he was supposed to know all the ins and outs of how the salary works. He doesn't need to be smart. He just needs to ride or die.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'd be baffled if he ends up at the Patriots.
Right, yeah. I mean, I've still heard, apparently, Bill is still mad about Mack getting help outside of the organization. Like, I just heard that yesterday, or I think that might have been earlier today. But, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's turning into a Rodgers situation that I'm just tired of it. Oh! Yeah, Judon was basically like, shut the fuck up. It's not the same as when you were here. In 2008, when you dropped the fucking game-winning interception against the goddamn Giants. He's still pissed about that. That's the only reason he's still, like, salty at the goddamn Patriots. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was a big gripe with him in New England. I think that's why they didn't fucking pay him. He didn't want to tackle. He didn't want to get in there and get physical with him.
He never
I don't know.
wanted
He
to
was a
tackle
good
him.
zone corner, I guess. I actually don't know, but
I just
have no
remember my
idea.
dad bitching about him not wanting to tackle, really. Those things sit with you.
Yeah, they do. um, but let's see here. The first bid is in for the Commanders here. $6 billion fucking dollars.
Ooh.
$6 billion. $6
I
billion.
don't know what gold they must have underneath their fucking stadium, but
I
that's
think
quite the
that's the Harris Group. I think that's who
evaluation.
John said likely would put a bid in.
yeah.
So
They're like part owners of the Sixers too, I think, and someone else. I forget who he said. The Devils, I think. That's Mike Rapoli. He's the Fanatics Body Armor Vitamin Water guy. He's in that. Yeah.
So, like, kind of in reference to the report cards, Mike McDaniels, when he found out what the Commanders could be worth, he said, "Wow, the organization is worth that much." And I couldn't get free coffee. That just reminded me of when players couldn't get free stuff at the facility.
Oh,
That's so funny.
Crazy.
Yeah, like
Mike
what?
I like that guy. That guy's hysterical.
Yeah, the Dolphins made the right decision. I didn't think they did last year, but they did.
I think he'll be. I think they're. I mean, it really shouldn't be. But even like once they get their quarterback situation figured out, like if Tua doesn't get 7 concussions this year, they could be a really good
Yeah.
team because they literally were really good with him and not good without him.
I feel like if he gets 1 next year, he's going to be
Yeah, that's
considering retirement.
Yeah. While we're talking with coaches real quick, I don't know if you saw some of the Twitter buzz about this, but the annual coaches picture came out, and
Oh, yeah.
they it all looks like Brian Daboll. Man, he looks like he swims for Alabama because his head, that bald shiny red head. Oh my god, he is so sunburnt. He looks like he has an Alabama cap on. And he looks so rotund. As well as Mike McCarthy. If you look at Mike McCarthy, he's like shrimped. He's so hunched over. Like it looks like his nipples are touching his belly button.
Let me see if I can bring up a picture of this. I didn't see this, so.
Nick Sirianni was not in it. There's a couple people missing. I forget who else. It's just, and every year they do it, and they have them staring directly into the sun, so they're all like squinting, and none of them have their eyes open.
I can't find it.
Andy Reid and Bill Belichick front and center, rightfully so. I feel like they're probably the 2 best in the game right now. People have zoomed in, and Sean Payton is just definitely going commando. He's just hanging dong out there. I'm trying to think what else. And Doug Peterson looks like he fits in perfectly at Jacksonville. Like if I were to go to Jacksonville, I would expect the average local resident to look like Doug Peterson. Just some guy that looks like he's retired and having a great time.
Well, I just downloaded the photo. I'll put it in the video.
He looks like the guy who's going to be like the captain of your boat for your fishing trip while you're down in Florida, and he's going to get a little too comfortable with your wife a couple times and maybe your younger daughter. But he's really no threat. He's just kind of weird. But he's going to
says some awkward things sometimes that maybe he probably shouldn't be saying.
You'll go home with like 600 pounds of marlin, but it might traumatize your daughter in the future. She might have to go to some therapy because of that one fishing trip.
Oh, Jesus. That's fucking hilarious.
Love you, Doug. Thanks for the Super Bowl.
Thanks, Doug. Oh, my God. I really don't know how to get to this next thing here, but we'll do it. Calvin Ridley will be the first player in Jaguars franchise history to wear number 0.
That's awesome. I love it.
And he better be betting $0 next year.
And you know what? He won $0 on that parlay that he bet that got him suspended for a fucking year. Fuck you, NFL. Fuck you, Roger. But come on our podcast.
Dude, we could have Damar Hamlin on the podcast. How about that to discuss his comeback?
Yeah, well, unfortunately we weren't the first ones on this story. Luckily, our commander-in-chief, President Joe Biden, has now been informed that Damar Hamlin said he would like to play football again, and he thinks he will be able to. Yep. I put this in because I have the Schefter notifications on, and I'm sitting at work and it just says Damar Hamlin has informed President Joe Biden he thinks he can play football again, and I was like,
"Oh."
I was like,
that's a little bit different.
I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Schefter, what is this tweet?" And he quote tweeted like a video of Damar talking to Joe, but like just getting that as a notification, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Right, and the next notification that would pop up is Joe Biden authorizes NFL player Damar Hamlin to play football again.
And then he quote tweeted his own tweet about that and says, "To be clear, Damar Hamlin still is going through testing and still has not been cleared to play." We didn't need that clarification. No shit, Adam.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It'll take more than a couple months to determine that.
I thought it was like
They'll
Just
just
the
have to hit it.
weirdest
They'll
string
just
of
have to hit him in
tweets.
the chest a couple times, see if it happens again.
Yeah, like
If it doesn't, he's good to
was-
go. If it does, well, sorry.
it was the weirdest string of fucking notifications I've ever gotten. Where I was like, I have to talk about this because it was so wild to me. Like, cool. I wanted to know if the deal with Aaron Rodgers has been done. Can you give us that news?
Seriously, at least we got confirmation from the Jets that it is going to happen.
Dude, this is totally not gonna happen. It'd be so Jets. It'd be too. Actually, maybe that's why I think it's not gonna happen because it'd be too perfectly Jets.
It would be. It really would be. But then you're like, but then it would seem like something like, oh, like, this is so Browns for Deshaun Watson. At first, it didn't seem like, oh, this is so Browns to sign Deshaun Watson, because a lot of people were like, oh, this is going to work out at first, and it really didn't. So now,
I think that's
it really
still to be seen.
It did end up being oh, that's a really Browns thing to do.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Yeah.
still, the Browns still have shit luck. I think the Jets still have shit luck.
I will personally hold out until I see a full year of Deshaun Watson. I'd like that to be known.
I agree, because when you're full swing into it, week 11, week 12,
Yeah.
the other people are just so tuned in and keyed in on what's going on.
Yeah.
That you're probably like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah. Plus, like we talked about, he hasn't played like real organized football in like 2 years by the time he played.
Right.
Or maybe was it 3? I feel like two. I mean, still,
I think it was 2.
two is a long time.
Didn't he play COVID
was-
season?
No, I don't.
I think he did.
Yeah,
I think that
you
was
might be
his
right.
last full season.
I think it was like 2.5 or something like that because of when he actually played, like what week he actually played.
Right. Gotcha.
Still a horrible person, but we'll see about how he plays on the field.
Yep, we will see. I think that's it for sports. Basically, I do have like one thing I want to go over here. We've been talking about the machine for Bert Kreischer, so may as well talk about this. The roast of Bert Kreischer is on OnlyFans. It's free though.
Okay.
Yep, completely free. You don't have to pay for it. I'll send you the link. I'll put the link in the
Please.
description.
Yeah, well, fuck it.
Let's just pimp other people's shit.
Why not? Maybe people
But
will
yeah.
be like, "Where'd you find this?" Hoagies and Pierogis podcast, actually.
Absolutely. We I got up on Saturday and I saw a tweet from a comedian from California. I was like, "Oh shit, it's out!"
That's awesome.
Because it was like 7 a.m., so it was like 4 a.m. their time. So I was on it pretty fast. It was really funny,
I can't wait to watch that.
dude. It was
like
really
Tom
funny.
and is Tom in it?
Yes. So the only thing I will tell
Okay.
you about it is, because I heard this before the roast. Bert gets too drunk to do his jokes about everyone at the end.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Yep. Well, I'm just glad that we're not too drunk after 1 year to
No.
do this. Cheers, RJ. Fuck yeah. Woo-wee. Dude, it's been a great year. Here's to many more.
It has been. Let's go.
Yep.
I already
You know what
finished
we
mine.
got to
I
end the
wish I would've
episode
saved
with.
it for that. Pussy.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. Episode will be out Tuesday, as you know it.
Hell yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
We'll leave you with this. Munch, 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 munch,
Punch,
munch,
punch,
munch,
punch,
munch,
punch,
munch,
punch, punch,
munch,
punch, 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 punch.